Jai Hind to all. I am Dr. Saroj Kuswa. Today I am going to start a very important topic of operating system, file system implementation. In a file system implementation, I will cover this topic: file system structure, file system implementation, then directory implementation. After that, allocation of different method. And then free space management, efficient and performance of each allocations methods, recovery, then log structured file system. And the last but not least, I'll discuss about the NFS. First, file system structure. File system structure has a two topic this to explain about the logical storage unit in a file structure. First, I have used the logical storage unit to store the different blocks in a hard disk. Then collection of related information. Here, the all over the related information regarding to any file is stored in a directory. Means suppose you have a MP3s file and MP4 file, then different size of file related to MP3. Then it is stored in a one folder. In a Linux terms, this folder also called as a directory. File system reside on a secondary storage. And the secondary storage means disk divided into a different sectors. Suppose you have a hard disk, and in a sectors, there are different blocks stored of any file in this sectors or a block. The file system organized into layer. There are different layer used to organize any file. File control block. The file control block used it is a storage structure consisting of information about the file. Any of the file means file control block. Here the information regarding to file, the creation, access, modifier, executable file, who is the owner of file, who one can access this file. This type of implementations or work done with the file control block. This is a layered file system. In a layered file system, there are different layer of any file. First one is the applications programs. Here there are different processes of the program, which is divided into different numbers in terms of different page numbers or different blocks in a file. And then after that, logical file system, then file organization module. There are different modules to use any file. Then basic file system. Here information about the basic information about the system. Then input output control and devices. What are the different devices used in a file system implementation? Typical file control block. Here in our previous slide, I have seen the term file control block. In a file control block, there are different information about the file control. Then file permission. There are defined the different person who can access the file, open the file or close the file, and as well as who one implement the file or updates on the file. Then here the file date. File date means when did the file created, who will access, and when will I write or to when will we write or whatever we write in our word file and mp3, we upload any songs or recordings, etc. File owner. In a file control block, the owner is a file owner, has a permission to open or access the file. And file is divided into different groups. Groups means similar kind of file existing in a one folder, and another kind of file, suppose mp3 file, the collection of mp3 file in a one folder, then another folder is a collection of mp4 files, then we use the folder 3 for the word file. So there are grouping of different types of files. File size, the file size here mentions the size of file. It is MB, 1 MB, 2 MB, gigabyte or terabyte. The file data block, here the file is divided into different blocks, means all over the file divided into different different block, where the in a block there is information about the file. In memory file system structure, the memory file system structure is defined by the operating system and given in a different figures in this figure. In the memory file system structure, there are the memory divided into three parts. The user space, here user have permission to open the file. Then kernel memory, here the available directory structure. Then directory structure again divided into different parts. First is the directory structure, and then a file control block. In a file control block, there is information about the regarding the file, their date, owner, who can access, who can write, who can read the file. And directory structure, directory is used to contain all related information about the file. In second structure, this is an open file, and here is an index. In the index phase, there is a pre-process open file table. Here is a file tables, means table of file where is the first block or a second block situated in the hard disk. There is index. In an index, suppose index number 6, there is given a different block, that which block located in a memory, in which place, means address of that place. In a system wide open file, here are this different file when different processes opens in a table. There is a table given of a different processes. Here is a data block, means file divided into a data block, and file control block means information regarding the file. Virtual file system. In virtual file system, the virtual file system, also known as a VFS, it is provided an object-oriented way of implementing the system. It is a way to implement any system in a object-oriented way. VFS allow the scene system call interface, that is a API, to be used for different type of file system. API is a application program interface. It is a application of any software. It allow the system calls, means system call regarding to file creation, deletion, updation. The API is to the VFS interface. Interface means it is work as an intermediator rather than any specific type of file system. Systematic view of virtual file system. First of all, file system interface. Through the interface, you can intermediate with the file system interface. Then it is a VFS interface. First file system interface, after that VFS interface. VFS interface, virtual file system interface. The virtual file system interface again divided into three parts: type 1, type 2, and type 3. In a disk in a disk, there is a local file system, and a disk, then another disk, there is another local file system, and last one is a remote file system. in a remote file system, the file is remotely located using the in different network. Location method. Location method, there are two types of location method. First, contiguous allocation method, and second one is a non-continuous allocation method. In a continuous location methods, allocation method, we also call a sequentially storing of a data or a blocks in a disk. And non-contiguous means there is not necessary the blocks contained in disk in a sequential manner. The content in a non-contiguous allocation divided into two part. This is a part of non-contiguous allocation. Non-contiguous allocation divided into linked allocation and index allocation. Contiguous allocation. In a contiguous allocation, each file occupy a set of contiguous block on a disk. Means the memory is occupied in a sequential manner. Simply only starting location, block number and length number are required. In this, only block number means, suppose you have a file A, here given the block number 0 and length of this file is 3. Means here starting the block number 0 to the 3, means 0, 1 to 3. Randomly access. In a contiguous memory access, you can access the data randomly. And wasteful of space, means dynamic storage allocation problem. In data is stored in a sequential memory. You cannot store the data dynamically, means anywhere where the storage is available. And file cannot grow. In this system, the file cannot grow, means if file cannot grow means, suppose this is a block in disk, and suppose this is a file A and file B located in this block, and means file B, file B, file B, and file B, file A, file A. If you want to grow the file A, then you cannot grow this file, because the next block or next sectors space of the disk occupied by the file B. So there is no available storage to grow the file A. This is a directory. This is a example of contiguous allocation of a disk. Suppose this given a directory, there is information about the file, means file start length. This is a file count, tr, mail, list and f. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 files are given. Then starting block number of count file is 0 and length of 2. Means file starting block means 0 or length 2 means 0 and 1, 2 block. Two blocks are need to store this file count in contiguously, then 0 and 1. After that tr start from the block number 14. tr start from the block number 14, and length of this file is a 3. Then 14, 15 and 16. 1, 2, 3. This block occupied by the tr. And again the file mail, the name of this file mail, the started block of mail is 19 started block is 19 and length of this mail file is 6. Then 19, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So we can see that in a contiguous memory allocation, we allocate the memory continuously, not here, here and here. So there are large amount of data or space available in this hard disk. But if suppose you have a file of length 6 starting from index 2, starting from index 2 and length of this index 5, but then starting from the 2 means 2, 0, 2, 3, 4, 5. But you need to store this file is 5. But there are different blocks are available or space are available. But you cannot store this file because of contiguous. Here are not contiguous space available for this file. So this is a drawback of this contiguous allocation of disk space. Extend based system. Many newer file system, that is Veritas file system, used a modified contiguous allocation schemes. Extend wait file system allocate disk block in extends. An extend is a continuous block of disk. Extend are the allocation for file allocation. A file consists of one or more extend. Linked allocation. In a linked allocation, each file is linked list of a disk block. Block may be scattered anywhere on the disk. In a linked allocation, the block can be anywhere, anywhere on a disk. This is a block divided into two parts, means data and pointer. Data and pointer means here the information means address about the next block or data. In a linked allocation, simply need only starting address. Here the need of starting address, if you know the base address, then you can find out all the blocks of the file. A free space management system, no waste of space, means the data allocate anywhere on a disk wherever the space is empty. So no random access. Mapping are required in the linked list. And here the block to be accessed is the qth block. This is a block accessed to be qth block in a linked list chain of the block representing the file. Displacement into a block equal to r plus 1. And file allocation table. FAT is a file allocation table. This is a disk space allocation used by MS-DOS and operating system too. In a linked allocation, here is the starting, given only a starting block, and this is a end block. The file name is zip. The directory means whatever do you mean by directory? Directory means all the information about the file. File means name of the file, what are the starting block and what are the end block of that file. The starting block of this file is 9. Then go to the 9 block. 9. Then after that 13. Then 16. 10. 25, 18, then this minus sign, this minus sign, minus 1, indicate the, this minus sign means minus 1, indicate end block, indicate the end block of given file. File allocation table. In a file allocation, this is a directory entry. Here is the name of this file and this is the starting block. Suppose you have a file means FAT. Means file allocation table. In this slide, I have talked about the FAT means this is a file allocation with disk space allocation used by the MS-DOS or operating system. So this is a file allocation table. Here is the name of this slide is the starting block of this file is 217 and 217. Then the 217, the address, keep the address of another block means at what allocation the next means this information is created, or you can get the information about this block. Then the information about this block kept in a 618. So 618. Then after the 618, the next block is situated in the 339 address. Then go to the 339 address. This is the end of a file. Index allocation. Index allocation means this is a index. Here you given the index table. Suppose you have a like as book. First of all, suppose you have a book, and in a first pages you find out the index. And index, we are given the page number or chapter. There, this means this topic. You can find out chapter, page number 2, and so the next chapter given in a index 4 and 5 means related to topic, means in which place you can find out that the topic. So same as here is an index table, means first of all you given the index number, you go to the disk. First of all, the block number means whatever you given in the index table. Index allocation, there is given an index table. In an index table, you have given the information about all the blocks in that particular index. Example of index table, this means the file zip index block is 19, and in this block means 19 block. You can find out all the blocks of the file A. Suppose file, here the given zip the file, means here given the all the blocks number 9, 16, 1, 10, 25, -1 and -1. In a hard disk, there is given a 1 means index block, and this block you can find out all the information regarding to file, means all the information of the blocks of file. Suppose these are 9, 13, 10, then after that 15 goes to the 1. Then all the information about the file is stored in a block number index 19. Index allocation. This is a need index table. Here you first of all need the index table for each file, and you can randomly access of any block. Dynamic access without external fragmentations, but have a overhead of index blocks. Overhead of index blocks means here you need a pointer to index to find out the who's contain the information about the each block to the index block. A mapping from logical to physical in a file of maximum size of 256 words and a block size of 51 words. We need only one block for index table. So Q is the displacement into a disk table and R is a displacement into the blocks. So thank you.